Yo, I saw that in 2007 in a theater with my first wife, but that was before we were married. We were together for a year, and then we were married for a year, and then she had that catastrophic car crash, and that was the end of that. But that was back when she just lived with me before we got married. So I was 34 and she was 22. And as soon as we stepped out of the theater, I said that will win Oscar for Best Picture, Best Directors, plural, definitely Best Supporting Actor for Javier Bardem's portrayal of Anton Chigurh, and possibly Best Sound Editing and Best Cinematography, and definitely Best Adapted Screenplay. But I had never read the novel, so I was like, I told her, I said, I'm sure they kept it just like the novel, but I'm not sure how I feel about that fucking ending. That's what I said about the movie. I said, man, it was just so abrupt. Anyway, it was a 10-minute drive from Galleria 14 Theaters to my house on Harper Road in Beckley, West Virginia. And by the time I made it to my house 10 minutes later, I told her, I said, I think that ending was perfect. I said, I'm sure they kept it just like the novel, but I hadn't read the novel. So I told Jen, I said, I'll go to the mall tomorrow and get the novel and read it. That was 2007. I hadn't switched to ebooks yet. I didn't start reading ebooks until 2011. So I went to the Crossroads Mall, got the novel the next day and read it. And to this day, it remains my third favorite Cormac McCarthy novel, but I like the movie just a little bit more for one reason, and that's because Anton Chigurh talks just a little bit less in the movie. Other than that, the movie and the novel are identical, but they just cut a lot, some of his monologues down somewhat, and it gives him more of an otherworldly quality, which I love. But yeah, great movie. I'm glad you watched it. It's one of those that, yeah, it had to sink in my mind too a little bit, man. That ending, it was so jarring, but in retrospect, like it took me about 10 minutes, man, and I was like, dude, that was fucking perfect. And it gets better. The older I get, the better that movie gets in my mind. Have a nice night.